Okay, so far so good. Thank you everyone. However, hardly can manage time to join with us. So today's session is all about business perspective. Last week, the last session actually, we will learn about how we can optimize the field force performance based on certain criteria. And we have noticed like every time we get the data from the database engineer or the business who actually produce the data, right? But in sometimes the analyst also gives needs to give some insight so that the owner, the business owner or the decision maker can take the decision easily. And eventually, if you consider the business perspective, so if you do not set the target, what is actually you are going to achieve? There will be no achievement. To evaluate everyone's performance to obtain the certain goal, there needs a target. But these targets are not directly coming from the individual. The decision makers, the company's owners needs to define the target. Do you ever think how these targets we can set, or like as a data analyst, how we can give some idea or like actionable data so that decision makers can take that data and prepare the future goal. So today we have an industry expert who is actually doing the same things like preparing target in a different perspective for last more than 5 years, right? And yeah, for general perspective, they needs to apply the lots of approach, but within the shortest of time, it will be difficult to share all of the approach. But he will try to cover, at least we expect he will try to cover as much as he can. So I asked Turjo to give him some idea about himself. Please, Turjo, please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Shafkat Masroor Turjo. Let me introduce myself first. It's a great pleasure to meet you all. Uh, I am currently working as a senior business analyst in for healthcare pharmaceuticals. Before that, I have worked for several industry. I started my journey with Transcom Limited as a Power BI developer. Then I have joined several the foreign firm as a data engineer. Now, currently, I am working for healthcare pharmaceuticals as a senior business analyst, and we do Power BI reports for Power BI reports for data visualization and for data warehousing. We use Oracle BI or as usual approach for historical data. We use SQL database, SQL Server database. And my educational background, I will discuss with you about it. I have completed my graduation from North South University in Computer Science and Engineering, and currently I have completed my MBA from BUP, major in supply chain management. So that's about all about myself.
Yeah, so Turjo, as we mentioned, we want to discuss about how we can differentiate. So is target allocation is straightforward or there is some mechanism or the way I could say so that we can define the target?
Okay, target allocation mainly how we actually set target in individual company. The target varies company to company actually. From the perspective of pharmaceuticals company, as I am currently working in, there are some approaches that we take for setting target. There can be a top-down approach or bottom-up approach, historical data approach, or hybrid approach. We can take that, but there are some other industries they can use other possible ways to define target. Right? Well,
Yeah. Okay, so maybe would you please share your PPTs? It will
yeah,
be
sure,
more
sure,
visible.
sure, sure.
Thank you.
Can you see my slide?
Not yet.
Just give me a minute.
Yeah, I can see your slides now.
Okay. So currently, what I have discussed that there are possible ways to define target. I will discuss about you 6 possible ways how to define target. As you already joined or covered that Royal has already said in the previous session that how field force sales allocation or target is allocated, and he shows you that how hierarchical approach is based on in a company. Like there will be some top manager, under him there will be some regional manager, and so on. And the target will be based on that each of the person. I will discuss about you 6 possible ways how to define a target. First one is top-down budgeting. What is top-down budgeting actually? Top-down budgeting is something like that senior management sets the overall uh, sales target and allocates quota to each of the person of the company, right? And what is bottom up budgeting? Bottom up is the reverse. Bottom up is the reverse technique. I will explain the top down budgeting. Like we said, there are $100 million target this year, right? This is our national target. Now this national target will be distributed. Let's say there are 4 divisional manager. This will be distributed into 4 divisional manager, and like that the regional manager and each of the salesperson will get a certain level of target based on their allocated target percentage. Like this is the top down budgeting, and bottom up budgeting is the reverse. First of all, the lower level, the salesperson, the target will be set to the salesperson first, then accumulated target will be allocated to the regional manager, and so on. And the national target will achieve like that. Third one is historical based sales budgeting. We all know about that. What is that? Historical sales budgeting is it use the previous sales data. Like if we are a new company, okay, we have no historical data, we cannot take this approach. Now, as I
Right.
am working in a pharmaceuticals company, like we are doing business for over than 15 to 16 years, so we have data for 15 to 16 years, so we can use the historical data for using this historical based sales budgeting. We can use that trend, and based on the sales growth we will allocate that sales budget to the allocated employee or the dedicated employee. This is the historical based budgeting. Then goal set budgeting, it is an interesting budget technique. Goal set doesn't mention any of the allocation technique. It will set the target aggressively. Whether your company makes a profit or loss, that manager will aggressively set a target percentage to your head. Like a company targeting a market leadership, and his the leader will set a 30% growth. Whether he is making loss or whether he is making a lower profit, he will set a target of 30% to the company to make his company a leader in the market. This is the goal-based budgeting.
Yeah, so it seems like let me pause you. Sorry for that. Like
No, no,
for
no, yeah,
the startup company's perspective, like generally when they start a business, they try to capture the market as much possible. So
exactly.
at the beginning, they are collecting fund and investing on that to just expand their market. So generally, we could say like the startup actually following the goal based.
Goal-based technique
Yeah,
is best. Yeah, right,
for
right,
the startup,
right.
right?
You are right.
Okay,
Now,
let's.
next for the market-driven budgeting is means that as we all know, all of the company has two separate department. One is sales department, another one is marketing department or strategic marketing department. The job of strategic marketing department or marketing department is to analyze the market data, current trend, or the sales of the product, their product quality. They will check all of this. They will analyze their data and set the target of their product based on the market trend. This is the market driven sales budgeting, and allocate this product budget to the salesperson, and the hierarchical based national budgeting will be set. This is market driven sales budgeting. And last one but not the least is the hybrid sales budgeting. Hybrid sales budgeting is, we are discussing all of the budget techniques. This hybrid budgeting will allocate all of these techniques for make it more professional way to allocate their budget. And you will surprised to know that our company, not our company actually, all the pharmaceuticals company, as far as I know, that they will say, set their budget by taking the hybrid sales budgeting technique.
Okay, so you are actually following the hybrid. Is
Uh,
others company also following, or this is the most common one?
uh, as far as I know, from the pharmaceuticals the data or pharmaceuticals the background, I know that the all maximum of the pharmaceuticals companies set their budget by allocating this the hybrid sales budgeting technique. Actually,
Interesting. Okay, so let's move on.
right? Okay. Now I will discuss how a company allocate their budget. Uh, Royal already has shown a Power BI report that there is 3 months sales data in there. So I will give you an example that how based on the sales growth and based on the market data, the allocated budget will be allocated in a certain company. Like there is a 3 month data, we will allocate the budget for the next 3 months. Right, Royal?
Yeah.
Can I start? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You can see in the slide that it is an example, right? There is a 3 month sales, that 40,000 sales, 44,000 sales in November, and 45,000 sales in December. So there is a certain growth of 10% in October to November and 2.27% growth in November to December. So we can say that there is an average growth of 6.13% sales growth in the company in the next in the last 3 months. So what a company do? I will discuss from my company perspective. What they do, that they take the sales data, last year sales data, and the previous year sales data. They calculate the sales growth. They calculate the sales growth, and when they get the sales growth from previous 5 months, 5 years, previous 5 years sales growth is on an average sales growth, or let's say this is 5% or 6%. what they do, they set the national target by increasing 1 or 2%. Let's say there is a average growth of the last 5 years is 5%. So they will set target 6% or 7% national target of the next year. So here we can see that average growth is 6.13%. So we will allocate that 7% target will be allocated in the next 3 months. So
Okay, so 1 or two
this is
percent will
okay.
is the common average. Like generally, the pharmaceuticals follow 1 or 2%.
Right. Because if they take more increase in that percentage, this is not in general. This is not in general that they will take the 1 and 2%. This will be based on the historical data that they follow their trend and their product quality and their product sales. Based on them, that the divisional manager or the national manager set the target of 1 or 2% to be safe.
With pandemic
Uh,
comes, like I know that like the when the COVID comes, we are mostly investing our monies for medicine or medical treatment. That time, maybe it goes very high, right?
no, nothing like that. That target will be set very high. But yes, in general, in 2022, 200, sorry, in uh, 2020, the target was relatively low, but in 2021, when they see that there is a huge sales in their national contribution, they set their target 3 or 4% higher based on the previous year sales. Yes.
Oh, it's not too big there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Right. Because they cannot take higher risk. They
Hmm.
cannot take higher risk. For that reason, they cannot take that higher growth percentage in their target allocation. Okay, uh, let's start from the next approach. Now, how we will start our approach? First, we calculate the average growth. We get our average growth, and I said that there is some growth percentage will be added into the national sales from the previous year, right? So we get 6.13% from the average growth. So we will set that target will be 7% on an average. So target will be distributed in the next 3 months. As I said that we will set our target in the January, February, and March. We have the data of October, November, December. We will set the target for the next 3 months. How we will set the target? We will first set the national target of 7%. Then we will ensure that every divisional manager, every regional manager, and every salesperson will get that national percentage uh, according to their contribution, and their cumulative growth percentage will be 7%. How is that? I will discuss it later in the task.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, in the district level growth, how we will calculate the
Uh,
district
to
level? Yeah,
hold on, wait a minute. So like the
yeah.
slides not saying on our side. Okay, it
Sorry.
stands on my side. Okay, go on.
Yeah. So if we see if we consider the hierarchy, is first one is national level, second one is divisional level, third one is regional level, and fourth one is salesperson level. First, first of all, we allocate our we have calculate our total target, right, by 7%. Now we will see that the contribution of the each of the district manager or divisional level. We see that in the divisional level, there are total sale from October to December. So we calculate the share of each of the person. Let's say, for example, we will take the share of DM1, district manager 1. So he has total sales of 5 lakh out of 20 lakhs. So he has a share of 25%, right? And the other manager has the other distribution share of national sales. And how the growth will be distributed? The growth will be distributed, as you remember, our national growth is 7%. So the growth will be distributed according to their contribution of the sales of the previous 3 months, right? So 25% of 7% will be 1.75%. That is how the district level growth will be distributed. This is the first part. Now, as we take the example of division 1, we will uh, uh, next we will allocate our growth percentage for the regional level, right? So in the regional level, we know that there are some region works under, or a regional manager works under district manager. So let's say there are 3 regional manager works under that district manager 1.
Okay.
So based on that, again, based on their contribution, based on their sales, their growth will be assigned. Now, which growth? We see that for DM1, we get 1.75% from the assigned growth, right? So this 1.75% growth will be allocated to their contribution. See, he has these cells. Oh, sorry. He has these cells, and DM1 total sales is 5 lakh. So 2.5 lakh out of 5 lakh is 50%, and his assigned growth will be 50% of 1.75%, which is 0.875%. Like others, distribution will be allocated like that. Got it?
Yeah, I got the idea. So the asset growth percentage is total of the division district manager one's growth in total growth.
Right. Like this way, district manager 2, 3 will be allocated this way, and their total contribution will be 7%. And in the next slide, we will see that like the way that salesperson growth will be assigned in that regional manager growth, and the regional manager growth will be assigned to that district manager growth. You can see in here. We can see that 40% share in RM1 sales is allocated in here. So this RM1 has assigned growth of 0.875%. So his growth allocation will be 0.35%. That's how each salesperson will get their target. Actually, I have
Yeah.
said one thing wrong. Not target. First of all, the calculation will be their assigned growth. Next, the target allocation will be calculated.
Okay, so
Tell me.
so in here, one thing I just realized, like we are just taking example of few salesperson in here, right? So again, only one district manager we're considering. Then again, one RM is considering. Then within one RM, we have four salesperson. It could be more, or it could be more RM. So like
Right,
when
right.
when it could have like a large business like who has more than 5 or 10,000 sales force, then
Yeah.
it's getting difficult
Then we,
to do these things
yeah, right,
within
right,
Excel or in manually, right? So
right.
how do
So
you
you,
could maintain this?
yeah, you cannot maintain it manually. I will provide a VBA code to automate it or now on. And if you want, you can yeah, create a SP code in SQL Server to maintain it regularly. right? I will give you an VBA code to automate the target for the 3 months. I will show it to you in a few minutes. Just give me a few minutes. I will explain the target allocation. Or I will take just 2 or 3 minutes in here.
Great.
Okay. So has been allocated, right? Growth has been allocated to each person. Now, what we will done? First of all, as you remember, the 7% sales target. I will go to the this slide again. You can see that our national sales is 20 lakhs, right? So 7% of 20 lakhs will
Hold on,
be.
hold on. Just give us a second. The slide is not loaded on our side. Even I cannot see.
Oh, sorry,
Uh,
sorry.
that's fine.
It's my sorry. Okay. Can you?
It's not. It's not appear yet. Is it free? Guys, are you able to see? Yeah, I can see now. Yes. Is that
Okay.
loaded?
Okay. Now, as you remember that our national sales was 20 lakhs and the 7% growth of 20 lakhs will be this amount, right? So our first target will be allocated this target into, sorry, this target into 3 months, but not equally.
But
On
why we have
our,
different percentages?
yes, I will discuss about it. Not every month. If you think in that way, in a company perspective, not every month sales is equal, right, Roy? Some
Yeah,
in some months
it has ups and downs.
some sales are higher, yeah, and in some months some sales are lower. According to this, based on the market analysis and historical data, we generally a company set a target that how much of the budget or how much of the total budget will be allocated in the certain period of time or certain period of a month, right? So I have allocated 35% for the January, 25% for the February, and 40% for the March. So if you see as a perspective of a healthcare pharmaceuticals, they allocate this data into 12 months. And in June, July, and August, in these 3 months, their target usually is higher because in that months, in the rainy season, their medicine is sold very higher percentage. That's why.
Yeah. So we are getting sick, and the pharmaceuticals are increasing the target. Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
right, right. So the target is allocated by their percentage into 3 months. Now, first national target is set. Now, each of the target, like the first January target, this January target will be allocated based on the assigned growth percentage of the district manager level. Can you see my slide?
Yeah, I can see.
So DM1 will get 1.75% of his 5 lakh of total sales growth in the target. So this will be an amount. I don't know which is the amount. You can calculate it. This will be the target of the. I'm sorry. This will be the
You can
target.
see. Yeah. Well,
Sorry. This will be the target for the DM1. That's how the DM2, DM3, and DM4 target will be allocated. And like this, the regional manager target will be allocated by their growth percentage, and salesperson target will be allocated by this. This is the usual approach that a company take in general. Now we will, if you allow me,
yeah,
for
please,
one
please.
or 2 minutes, I will show you that how you will populate the cells in an Excel file. Okay. Okay, we have, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, just a minute, just a minute. Okay, we have two files that Royal have already given you. That's the daily sales file and target file. I will open those file. And there will be another file which will be a macro enable file, which will run the macro code for you.
Okay, this is the hidden file. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
that you actually follow. Understood.
No, not the hidden file actually. Well, okay.
Okay, let's see how it works.
Yeah. As you can see, I have a macro. Without running the macro, I will show you the code first. This is the code I have designed for the 3 months period, right? We have 3 months. We have allocated the 3 months weight in here. What it will do, it will take the target file, target data from the target file, sales data from the sales file. It will calculate the growth from here and assign the 2% growth in here. And then in the each level, the growth will be allocated from DM to RM, from national level to DM to RM to SP. I'm sorry. This is the
Um,
code actually.
okay, so let's just keep wait for a few seconds. Yeah, now the code is loaded properly. Like it's
Oh, I'm sorry
running
again.
properly.
I'm sorry again.
Mm. Okay, let's say so as simple as like whatever we discussed few minutes ago for the sales perspective and the target perspective, all these calculations are done in here or for our automation, right?
Right, right. Let me show you the
Okay,
Field
so
target file again. That there are. Uh, can you see my screen, Royal?
yeah, I can see now it's clear.
So you can see there are 3 months target in here, right? So if we
Mhm.
run this code, automatically 3 months target will be allocated. The next 3 months, I have not declared that which 3 months. The next 3 months, it will dynamically allocate the target, right? I will run the code. Let's hope for the best. Okay, it says it's successful.
Uh,
Let's see.
let Turga, let's do it very slowly. Maybe internet is freezing.
Sorry.
So what do we need? We need to just change the file source and maybe some parameter, then run the code,
Run the
right?
code, right. Well, I have allocated 3 months. I have taken 3 months sales data to allocate 3 months target. You can just change the target month or the sales data according to your requirement. That's it.
Okay,
I have just
so
run the code.
okay.
Did you see it?
Uh, the code running execution, like maybe it's gone
Within
away
second.
for the
Within
within
second.
second.
Yeah.
I am not able to
Yeah.
notice it. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. It takes microsecond actually. Okay. Let's see
Again,
if
Turjo,
this
just
target
for
is.
like
Ah,
Turjo, keep this,
yeah.
sorry for. So again, would you please just show us like how, like whoever does not know the macro, how we can actually run the macro file.
Okay. Let me show you. If you have this developer tab, you can enable it in the file in the option category. There is an option to enable the developer tab. You
Okay,
will
the
enable
macro.
the developer tab. You can go the Visual Basic, and in here you will insert a module. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Then this one module will be created. You will rename the module and just paste the code in here. and save it. But one
Okay.
thing you should remember, while saving the file, you would save the file. There would be two files, one for the macro file and another one for the actual target allocation file. As you can see that my target allocation file is xlsx, right? You
Right.
will yeah, tell me.
Yeah, it's fine. So the macro will
Okay,
consider two files. One is for the code and another is for the data.
yeah,
Hmm.
right.
Okay.
And another file in the same name, you will save it in the extension xlsm. This will save the file and save the macro in your the workbook. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you press Alter F8, your macro, which you have created, it will come here. You can run it from here,
Okay. Got the idea.
right? When you run it, I have already shown that there was only 3 months target in here. As you can see now that January, February, and March target has been added in here. I will select one salesperson to show you that the target has been allocated. You can see it in
Yeah,
here.
you can say the name on the data. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
it's quite easy. So just we need to ensure the formula is working properly. Probably the good idea is like taking very few sample data, like 4 or 5
Right,
sales per,
right.
then populate the data, and finally we can just do this for our whole company. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Right, right. That is the target performance with based target allocation or top-down accurates. You can say both. And there are several ways you can allocate the target. Here I am showing that how our company, from our company's perspective, the target is allocating their budget for a year. And there are some several ways that target. I have already told that target has been allocated by the product first. Then this each product will be allocated to the each salesperson, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
here is some interesting part. I will not take the name. Some of the pharmaceuticals company who implement the dynamic approach of allocating budget. As we have shortage of time, I cannot show you right now. If we have another session, we will definitely show it. They take a dynamic approach. How is that work? You can see that 3 months target is allocated, right, Roy?
Right, right.
Let's say there are 100 taka is allocated or $100 allocated in 3 months. Now,
Mm-hmm.
in the first month, one person is selling 80 dollar. There are deficiency of 20 taka or 20 billion, right?
Yeah, right.
Is 80%. Okay. This $20 will be allocated in the next 2 months. This 20%
Like
will be allocated next 2 months, not the 1 month. Yeah,
so, it's like carry forward.
right. The target will be carry forward. In our company, actually, this dynamic targeting is not implemented, as we have some other policy like incentive policy by quarterly incentive or half yearly incentive, and other policies. They usually make they try to achieve their target by the end of the 3 month or the 6 month, because they will get benefited. We usually don't set the target dynamically, but some of the pharmaceuticals company actually carry forwarded their target, but or else we can say that set a dynamic target for their company for their betterment. Yeah,
That's
well,
really good. Yeah.
that's all from me
So
actually.
okay. So nice explained, Durzo. I'm really glad to know that like we really know very hidden things. Like generally we are just pulling the target data and we are doing the rest of the Power BI stuff, but defining the target is quite complicated. It's not as just a simple work,
No, no, not
right?
actually.
And
You have to consider so many things while setting a target actually from the perspective of a company leader. He needs to take huge amount of consideration while setting a target.
yeah, thank you, Durjab. So, guys, do you have
Thank you
any
so
more
much.
questions? If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, I think
Okay, thank
that
you,
is
Rohit. So I have a
okay.
single question. Okay, let's. We
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
new
sure, sure.
product. We have a new product in a launch in will launch in the market. So how to set the target of new product? Which is the
Okay,
best way?
okay. If you if I explain it like my pharmaceuticals
Point of
perspective,
view.
I can say that yeah,
Okay.
the point of view from pharmaceuticals perspective, like said that one product is launched. Yes,
Mhm.
and this product is definitely from uh, some of the generic, right? And this generic will be there are some other generic, there are some other generic in the other company. They will take take the other company's data from the historical data from the historical data of the other company of that the generic that their sales data, and based on that they will allocate their target. I will give you an example. We have a the new product in the last year, which is which is a the generic of isomeprazole. I think I forgot the name. Oh, this product name was Kenzo. What? Right? This vonoprazole, the generic was under the vonoprazole, and there are the products of vonoprazole of other company. So how they set their target? They set their target that they take the data of the other companies, that how their sales are allocated. Then what they did, that the vonoprazole is under this generic, and we have some other generics. So we allocate like say we have a target of Sargel of $100. So we allocate $5 for the Kenjo and $95 for Sargel. That's how fast your target is allocated. And for the if we are not seeing as the point of view of pharmaceuticals company, as it is a new product. As you can say, it is a new product. There is no generic. How they will set a target? That's there will be some consideration. I exactly can not tell you how many perspective they have taken for this target allocation.
So I think it totally depends on the markets and the number of reports and the reputation. As it's like a total combination of the business. So like once they pass 1 or 2 months, then they maybe finally set the target very strictly
Right
maintain.
there, yes. Once new product is launched, there is a time period of piloting of
Okay.
2 or 3 months. They pilot the product for 2 or 3 months, then they set the target according to the market data actually.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, Turjo.
thank you, Varun. Uh, do we have any more questions? We already 15 minutes lost. So yeah, thank you everyone for your valuable time.
Thank you everyone.
Again, we will comes with a new topics, and like if you are interested to share your knowledge, thoughts, or some demo work, please just let us know. we will manage the time and give you an opportunity to share your knowledge to our community. Till then, have a good day.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you, everyone.